and welcome to the video. For today, I'm going to be customizing another LPS. Though I am very excited to customize the elephant, I'm going to be customizing the monkey today. But first, we must, of course, release him from his box prison. They came with some really cute accessories, and I really liked the background of the box. Now, looking at this monkey, or perhaps a baboon, but I choose to call it a monkey, he's quite odd looking. I wasn't exactly sure what to do with him at first, but I was looking at his hair and I thought, hey, that kind of looks like frosting. And then I looked at his tail and I was like, I could totally make that into a gummy worm. So I just had to make him a dessert monkey. Of course, the first step is to remove the factory paint. However, this factory paint was really stubborn, so I kind of just gave up after I got a little bit of it off. Next, I'm going to jab a spiky tool into his head, and this is to make little holes for wire, because I don't really like to make the wire hot first, so stabbing is easier. And unfortunately, I still can't find my wire cutters, so sorry scissors, but you're gonna have to cut my wire. The next step was to jam the wire into his head, which was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be, but once it got in there, it was like really not coming out. However, I did still support it with some super glue. The next step is sculpting. I'm going to make him a little cherry and some wafers to go on his frosting-like head. The cherry was pretty easy to make. It was just a little ball of clay with some details in it. The wafers were fun to make. They're basically just stylized rectangles skewered onto the wire. I also gave the wafers some texture with my sculpting tool so that they're more recognizable. For the last bit of sculpting, I put some clay in that pesky little hole in the foot so that I can paint over it and it looks seamless. After he's all baked, because I finally got over my fear of putting LPS in the oven, I'm going to give him a really light white base coat. This is so that I don't have to put as many layers of my colored paint, as well as keeping everything looking very smooth. It helps with the paintbrush lines. actually made my white base coat quite opaque, and this is because this custom has a lot of pastel colors. At the moment, I'm just putting down some of the main colors, and this is starting with the cherry, mostly because I was very excited to paint this cherry because I knew it was going to be this really fun bright red. Next, I'm going to paint the wafers with a nice warm brown. I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do with the main body color because I had so many other colors planned, and I didn't quite know which color would be cohesive with all of that, and I was thinking and I was like, I think that strawberry ice cream would be like a good base for all of these desserts that I'm gonna throw onto it. So I decided to go with a nice light pink. I wanted all of his appendages to be some sort of candy because I thought that would be super fun, and for this back leg I'm making it look like he stepped in a bit of chocolate, and the other back leg is some red licorice, and his tail is a gummy worm. For this design, I thought it would be really sweet to have some very cute little pink cheeks. And since we're on the topic of candy, I would love to know what y'all's favorite candy is. I think mine is probably actually gummy worms. I really like gummy worms. However, I might also have to say jelly beans. Jelly beans and gummy worms, I love those. I did some painting off camera, but basically I made the front leg like a little swirly candy, and the other front leg is those like lifesavers, but they're peach flavored and they have the sugar all over them. I also added a chocolate drizzle to his head, which I'm touching up here, and I just put it there because I thought that his head looked a little bit empty despite the cute little things on top, and it just needed a little drizzle. I'm adding another layer to the peach flavor candy because I wanted to fix up the gradient a little bit more, make it look more smooth. And honestly, I'm not very good at gradients, but I'm really proud of this one. This one turned out so well. Especially since it's on a confined and teeny tiny surface, I am really happy with this gradient. And I'm not going to stop talking about it because I'm so happy. As you can see though, it did take a really long time, so you win some, you lose some, but I say it's worth it. Next is everyone's favorite part, the eyes. And I knew that I wanted him to have heterochromia, but I could not decide on which colors. And I really liked this mint green because if you didn't know, mint green is actually my favorite color. But I was kind of unsure of what to do on the other side, and I went with the blue from the gummy worm. They actually ended up working really well together, and luckily they didn't look too close to the front legs, which is what I was mostly worried about because I didn't want it to be too matchy, but I really like how they turned out. And as I finished up the blue eye, I made a little oopsie, but shh, you never saw that. I also added a secondary color to the eyes because I thought that they could look more candy-like like that, and I think it really worked. Next is the pupils and eyelining, which did not go as planned. However, I was able to fix it, so it was okay. I also ended up giving him eyebrows because I thought he kind of looked a little blank slate-ish, and I don't usually add eyebrows like this, but I decided to try it and I actually thought that they worked really well with his face. So I'm really happy with that. And now I'm giving him little eye shines because I can't help myself. I love them. Even though I always make the eyes shiny, I love to add eye shines anyways because it just adds so much character and life. And there goes my hand getting in the way, but that's okay. I'm adding some glitter to that gradient peach arm because I wanted it to look just like the candy, and somehow I found a glitter that looked just like sugar, so I think it worked really well as sugar, and I just attached it with some Mod Podge. The last step was to seal everything, which actually took a really long time because I decided to use 3 different types of sealants. I used a matte Mod Podge for most of his body, and a glossy UV for his eyes, the cherry, and the gummy worm, and a glossy Mod Podge for the chocolate and the swirly leg. I also added a little bit of the UV gloss to the peach leg so that any of the glitter that looked loose to me wouldn't fall off, but it was just like a few dots of it, and it was very thin. But after everything is sealed and decorated, he is all done. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoyed making him. He turned out exactly how I imagined, and the candies look just like how I envisioned, so I'm so happy with him. I hope you love him as much as I do. Anyways, see you later. Bye!